Ladies and gentlemen, we are back.
Yes, we are.
Chika J is your boy, Burn Team family. This morning was nice. The aerobics was nice.
Yes, it was.
We did a step, on a step. Very, very interesting. So, Chika J, how was it?
It was nice. It was nice.
And for all the people who came out, right? Pick up Julia on the live. Julia, waiting on Julie to give us a guest appearance in our aerobic session. I'd like to see Julia, get involved. Yeah? So last night was nice.
Yes, it was.
Yes? What was the topic last night?
The topic was how to please a woman.
Excellent. And the ladies gave their views. So if you're looking at this on Facebook,
Like and share.
and if you're looking at this on YouTube,
Subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, and leave a comment.
and now we have the WhatsApp feature. I see the ladies are using it, utilizing it. Some of the guys are utilizing it. Blessed love, Mrs. McCalman. So we do have the WhatsApp option.
Yes, we do.
So you can send all your highs, your hellos, your good nights, your good mornings, wherever you are in the world. Feel free to send it via WhatsApp.
Yes.
We will be placing the number in the comment section below.
Yes, we will.
What is the topic for today?
The topic is who owns better,
Yeah.
man or woman?
So I hear the topic for today, who does the horning better?
Yes.
Is it the guys who do horning well that expatiate themselves? Yes. As Burn Team, we deal with physical fitness, emotional fitness, mental fitness. Pick up Miss Batiste on the live. Feel free to utilize the WhatsApp feature to send your highs, your hellos, your good mornings, your good nights, your good evenings, all these nice things. Feel free to get involved. So the topic for today, who horns better?
Yes.
We did a horn is a horn, but now we're getting into the
Nitty-gritty.
who could do it better than who. Shika, what you think?
Gosh. Well,
What
I've heard.
Hood.
I've heard that women do it better.
Well, I hear nothing. So I'll hear tonight who is who in this thing.
Okay. Not the frequency, but
Proficiency.
yes.
Yeah, ladies are there.
Nikki's saying, man. So Nikki, send us the voice note. You'll remember if you are calling in or sending a voice note, remember to say your name, where you're from, and you're watching Real Talk Live. And then we'll see what it is you have to say. And if it is to say the man is horn, you have to say why. If you say the woman is horn,
Alright.
you have to say why.
So we do have the calling option. You can call in to us via WhatsApp.
Yes.
Shika has decided that is free for all with the calls on the WhatsApp. So it wouldn't only be on a Friday. This is Real Talk Extra. And she said how it could be extra and it don't have no calls. So, overruled by Chika J. These women anyway. So we have a point system in place. We'll be going through the points and we will be getting some feedback while you guys, getting your sips.
And these points consist of why, because in order to do it better, as the saying may go, it must have a reason behind it. Right? So you have to know why
So,
the horn taking place.
so we're going to get into the why. Are we getting into the how? And are we getting into the proficiency of the thing? And who has that wiring in that synapses to actually do it better? So without no further ado, click the share button, pull up a seat, and Burn Team is gonna take you on a journey through this vast topic of horning. Yes, so we know what horning is. We do have to go into it, but Chika will give you the definition. It's a Trini slang, so anyone who's listening and you hear horning,
Yeah.
Chika is gonna give you the definition.
Yes. So horning means being unfaithful to your partner. Yes, your significant other. Yeah, not the borrowing and the something considered borrowed
Take a borrow,
or anything. This one
pay back tomorrow.
is your husband,
Your personal
your
goods.
wife, yes, personal.
Your personal goods and services. So,
We have on the message board, Shanaka saying a woman does horn better.
so feel free to put it in the comment section, in the WhatsApp section. So Shanaka, we waiting on the call. Nikki, we waiting on the call so that we could get this thing going. Abby from England. Big up England in the house. So Abby, you know the drill. There's no stranger now. The only thing new is that you can call in via WhatsApp and you can send your voice notes over WhatsApp. Chika will put the number for them and those.
Yes, I put it already.
Lovely. And we're moving forward. So you could say a hideys and a hellos, Miss Abby from England,
Yes.
on the WhatsApp section.
On the WhatsApp.
You know, stranger, you're inside now, so.
Yes.
Yeah? So the topic is, Abby, if you missed it.
Who does horn better?
So who is the better manipulator, schemer? It's gonna get really nice. So Chika, let me dive into some of the points.
Yes,
So we
so-
could do woman, man. So if we have the point section where
Well, let's see now the points now. When it is I did some research,
Papa yo.
it ended up being a bit imbalanced, right? It had more points for the man
Uh-huh.
than for the woman.
Right.
As in a why.
So Chika balance the scale.
So I didn't balance the scale.
Message board.
Message board. Shonaka is saying because we are better at being deceitful and scheming. Now this is a woman saying that a woman does horn better because women are better at being deceitful and scheming.
Alright, so Miss Mitchell,
Kinda.
long time I ain't see you.
Yes, kind of.
Kyla, big up yourself. Now we have a WhatsApp feature. So you can send your voice notes via WhatsApp and we'll play it over the air.
Yes.
And you could call in, Kyla. I know you like to, so you could call
It's
in.
flashy, it is.
And we will talk to you live on the live and direct. Extra.
Yes, so we have Kyla saying that she's saying that woman horns better.
Kyla,
So
share
far-
this live.
So far, it is 2-1. We are not counting what I said, that is just what I heard.
So we're gonna start with the point section,
Yes.
the point form, and you ladies could weigh in as we go forward. Quickly.
All right, so one reason why they say women horn is because they feel neglected and underappreciated. So they're looking for that, with the words of affirmation, they're looking for that emotional connection elsewhere.
Right. So I mean, women are very deep. So we need to fill. Well, today I'm not that serious, eh? I'm not that serious today. So we go into the WhatsApp board. I'm not that serious today. I'm really not in the mood to be serious. I'm gonna have a lot of fun. Right? So, the words of affirmations are things that women need to feel, confident. And so one of the things that would be missing or be neglected from the woman is that, so if a woman feels neglected, so that is point one, neglect.
Yes.
So for those who are coming on the live, welcome, hit that share button. It's Burn Team again.
Yes.
We have the WhatsApp option. So feel free to send your WhatsApp, Chica. Just put the number in the comment section so you could either call us tonight via WhatsApp,
Yes.
or you can send your voice notes.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Right. So we have Nika. Welcome, Nika. We know that it would be on for the extra. So Nika is saying that women do better than men.
This is one of the lives that I'm hearing a lot of honesty from the women. That means we are growing as a team.
We're not talking about frequency, we are talking about, we're going to use proficiency.
Yes.
Yes.
So yes, Nika, we understand. So feel free to leave your voice notes, your comments in the comment section. We have the WhatsApp option.
Yes, so the number is right in the comment sections, but I will call it out. It is 1868 346 0730.
Access phrase
You're watching Real Talk Live.
inside. And the WhatsApp board is there.
Yes. it
So
is
feel
there.
free to use it as you see fit. So
Yes.
point number 2.
Point number 2. They crave intimacy.
Into me I see.
Yes, they crave intimacy. So women, we know that they what we consider more emotionally attached,
Lovely.
right? And they will want to have a deep connection. If it is they are not feeling that connection with their partner, they will go outside to get that type of intimate, romantic connection.
So missing links again, we say women are very deep and need to be The topic for today is who wants better, man. So it is men versus women in the sense of who does it better, who does
Yes.
it proficiently, efficient, all these nice things,
Yes.
and who does it lousy. Right now I realize the guy is looking either too proficient or efficient. That is alright.
Right, so we said the definition of honing is to be unfaithful to one's partner. We know it have a lot of persons who are not married, but if it is you go and search it up, you'll see it will be persons who are married, someone being unfaithful to their husband or wife.
So under the legality or under Oxford, the goodly people at Oxford and Princeton and all these people who do definitions, they only lean to the institution of marriage in the end.
Yeah.
When talking about honing.
Yes, infidelity.
Infidelity. Nice. Burn Team Live, man, extra, read all about it.
So Nika again saying men.
Nika, you're pro woman tonight, this morning, whoever is looking at this. Support the nice and smooth.
Okay, so sometimes women feel overwhelmed. So this is where they are always supporting others, but they are not getting support in return.
True.
Yeah, so they look to be fulfilled elsewhere. Good night,
Lord.
Mrs. James on the live. The topic is, who wants better, men or women?
So for them and those who are the live, big up yourself, Mrs. James.
Yes.
We have a WhatsApp option, so now you can call directly into the live on the WhatsApp,
Yes.
and we will speak to you on air.
Yes.
Or you can send a voice note via WhatsApp,
Yes.
and you know the number.
You know the number. Yes, so remember, you're saying your name, where you are from, and the access phrase is, you're watching Real Talk Live. See?
Straight up.
Real Talk Live.
So them and those who are interested in our extra dry fit, Real Talk limited edition t-shirts, feel free to inbox Basic and Conventional Nutrition.
Yes.
All interesting parties of having one of these. Irregardless. Nice, nice, nice. So, ladies, we want to open the floor to you guys. So, via WhatsApp or message board or however you want to do it.
Whether you want to call or send a voice note on WhatsApp or
Yes.
type in the message board.
Give us one of the reasons why you may be thinking about being unfaithful. What are some of the pitfalls in the relationship that leads you to think to go elsewhere? I'm waiting on Nikki on this one. While we're waiting, we're moving on. We're touching on the points, man.
Point number 4. I see an Andy, you're rich.
Sure.
Yes. Number 4 is lonely. That's where the woman feels lonely. So, for example, they may have a partner who works long hours, maybe 12 hours. They may work shift, and their shift they may not be home,
As often.
as often. They may not even be, if it is at home, the partner is working. Right? The person may be working offshore, as they say. And then they become lonely. Good night, Andy.
Pick up yourself, Andy.
You know you're going to send your voice notes.
So you could send your highs and your hellos on the WhatsApp option.
Yeah.
Use it, man.
So the woman, she may become, lonely, and she will look for, now she's going to look for intimacy. Because you're not there.
So the topic for today is who does it better in that horning category? Men or women?
And right now we see that the women are saying that woman horns better.
Anything to do with better, I think women will just sit down. They even care if it's bad.
Right? Point 5.
Yes, moving on.
They expect too much. This is where women believe that a man should be attending to them 24/7, and they set some unrealistic expectations of the man.
Training.
So when it is, they are not, the expectations are not being met by that person, they look for someone else to fulfill their expectation.
Message board.
Nika, no one is being judged on this live. So
No.
feel free, make sure it's just respectful. Yeah, whatever you make sure it's PG.
Again,
18.
there are no
points of
wrong.
views.
There are no wrong points of views. It's not for me to press upon my view on you and your same way.
Yeah.
We agree to disagree. Message board.
Message board, we have Nika saying, not me, Chika. If I am with you, I am with you. We can be down to the last. I stick in with you.
Papa. That's a nice philosophy. It's nice. You know? Moving on.
Yeah, so they look for somebody else to fill the gap. And then, point 6, they are responding to past trauma. So trauma as like in sexual abuse.
Right.
And because that person would have been, overpowering them, and they lost control, what they try to do now is to master control. And in the case of a woman, most of the time it will be a man that would have abused them sexually. So now they, in turn,
Abuse.
they now, thinking about the trauma, they trying to gain, some sort of power and control over situations that
So
they may.
could be a mental issue as well?
Yeah, that could become a mental, psychological issue.
So to recap, people, feel free to use the WhatsApp option. Place in the comment section who does it better
Yes.
in this saga of horning.
Yes.
And feel free to WhatsApp. Send your voice notes
Yes.
so
and
that
voice notes.
we can hear you guys and how things are going.
Yes.
Yes?
And remember, right now we are just talking about why people do become unfaithful.
Yes.
That's what we're touching on. Well, right now we are touching on why women, become unfaithful.
Right? So
Yeah.
in your WhatsApp section, in the comment section, feel free to place what is the reason why a woman would be unfaithful. Ladies, you have the floor, as you ladies have always had the floor since the first Real Talk Live ever.
Yes, the ladies are always one. I don't know where Andy disappeared.
You got to say the voice
All
note.
right. So Nika is saying it's not really, I don't have to be a lonely night. I believe it's your mind. If I don't feel love, I question. Sometimes I frustrate myself.
And that's excellent.
Yes.
It's personal, and we thank you for that sharing that, because it's good that we hear other people's views.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's good that you share that. Very, very personal. I like that.
Yes. So we are heading to WhatsApp.
Good night, all. This is Abby from England, and you're watching Real Talk Live. I consider myself to be very faithful. I would say too faithful, if I could say that. But there is a point in time where that lack of attention and the lack of, from the men who decides not to or get lazy and don't want to anymore. There's that point in time where a woman really needs to feel that. As Lion say, into me I see. I do get that sometimes when I was in my relationship, and you do have the little devil on the shoulder that says, you know what, that guy's checking you out. So I think it's easy for a woman to cheat, because we know how to handle our emotions.
All right. Pick up yourself, Abby. Feel how copyright that into me I see now. Yeah. Nice vibes.
Yes. So we are heading to the message board. Right. We have Mrs. James saying, I think it's equal. The only reason why men get catch is because the outside women begin to get out of timing, and can even cause the men to get them pregnant. Right? We have Nika responding, not all.
Yeah, man.
And you were right, Andy Miller.
I know my boy.
Andy Miller went to
So we go into the
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp section, right?
Yes.
And as we line up the WhatsApp, we are waiting on the WhatsApp. Let it go.
Good night, guys. You're watching Real Talk Live. I intend to agree with my big brother on that, boy. There's a nice way in putting it. But you women do it better, but let us men make us slip and go outside and do it now. You all want to kill us. You understand? At the end of it all, it's not so much about being lonely. Yes, I understand that's just part of it. But there's a thing called nature, and when nature calls, and we all have feelings, sometimes you can't hold it back no matter what you purchase in a store and stuff like that. Nothing actually beats back the real thing. Right? At the end of the day, there are two things that actually causes it. One, loneliness, and two, when what we do in the bedroom actually becomes boring. There's no substance in it. So we go outside in search of the spice, for that of a better word.
All right.
Pick up yourself, Mr. Miller.
And that will actually go to the other point. The last point actually for women, where they are not satisfied with the sex.
I think it plays, it plays. Yeah. I have always said that your sexuality plays and holds a very important part in your relationship. Unless it is grounded, over a period of time, with other things like building something together, doing other things together, and you develop that kind of closeness. Some people, I've heard people say that the bedroom activity kind of lessens when they get married, as opposed to in the beginning. According to the time, I don't know. But intimacy, energy, time, these are the things that is necessary you know, for the woman. So we giving women it today. I've been told, I've been biased. So, guys, we are hearing from the ladies that, you know, certain things are missing, and we will hear, you know, why guys as well. So we're not being one-sided tonight as yet.
All right, let's go to the message board. So Sonali is saying, to be devil's advocate, a woman might horn because it's a game of tit for tat. Because he horn, she would horn. And Mrs. James is saying, women don't kill men for horn. And what Andy said is that there is one too, but they just don't. They want to. They will make noise about it. They will post about it. They will tell their friends about it. And, you know, it's out in the open that this man doing so and so and so. Right? You will hear about it. And men, because women, they express themselves, they will use their words. And then we know where it have the case of where men, they don't use their words. So we know what that leads to. Yeah? And then we have Sonali saying, but for me, I believe it's equal. There isn't anyone who horns better.
And if you're now joining live, ladies and gentlemen, this is Burn Team Real Talk Extra.
Yes.
Feel free to take a look at the jerseys, man. We have England in the house, we have Trinidad in the house, full team in the house.
Yes.
And we have Mrs. James being very liberal.
She's saying lack of communication.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it takes work to keep that type of relationship together.
Yes.
You know, we tend to say, I mean, the points for the women are valid, and I think the men's points will be valid too. But it still takes a lot of work to keep people interested. I mean, our attention span now is far less than what it used to be. And that in itself, if our attention span is so low, imagine our span of holding a relationship.
Yes.
Yeah? So the why may be deeper than just the
Who does it better?
who does it better. So you know, I like
Yeah,
to always
that's
put
right.
the spin on the thing. Right? So we're going to touch the men now. We're going
We're going to
to
touch the men. So
quiet as a lamb.
just to recap on the woman, we have where
Let's not
they
recap
feel
on the woman.
neglected or underappreciated.
Neglected and underappreciated.
Yeah.
That is women, right?
They crave intimacy. They are overwhelmed. They don't have that support.
Lovely.
They are lonely. They have very high expectations. So they expect too much from their partner and then seek to get it in other places.
Right.
Okay?
Nice.
They may experience, they are responding to trauma. So
Right.
what they try to do now is master control. And then last getting good sex or great sex.
I wouldn't say last but not least, fellas.
On our
Guys, you need to.
board. On
you know
the
me.
board, the points. I'm just recapping what the points
But I
that
am
we just
saying-
said.
Let you go outside for everything else, but make sure and hold your fort, guys. Burn team fellas. Hold your fort with the sexuality, please, thank you. I want to hear in the report. And they come by Chica to complain and say, this
Why they
man, this
coming by
man,
me?
this man
They
ain't
coming by
handling any
Lion.
business. This man ain't handling any business. I don't want to hear that. I won't hear anything else about that. Moving forward.
Moving forward, so we're gonna get to the men. Yes.
Feel free to leave your voice notes.
Yes, I find you all quiet tonight,
Feel free to call in. Nikki, you could call in. Andy, you could call in, yes? And the WhatsApp board, we're going to the WhatsApp board, man. I like the WhatsApp board, you know. Yeah, the WhatsApp board have a nice feeling to it. Yeah?
All right. I think the person that sent the message didn't get the access phrase and thing.
I don't think you wave the access phrase today.
I think, honestly, that is communication over the board. Because if people don't communicate, and I mean listen, just as much as they speak, nothing will go right. Because if you have bedroom issues and you don't say anything and just say, well, okay, this marriage is getting boring as we get older, or whatever the case may be, and you just pick up yourself and go, the other person will know what is going on. If you don't talk and work it out and do new things and try new things and go forward from there, it will end up being home. So most of the time, it's lack of communication. Many times we hold things inside and expect the next person to know what we're thinking, especially women. They always think that men will know what they're thinking. Men think a different way to men, as you all did that topic already. So in communicating, for me, it's important. Communication is important to let a relationship last without any unfaithfulness. Everything you can talk and go through once you communicate.
All right, for them and those, that was Mrs. James.
So that you're talking about someone who is married
29 years.
29 years. So ladies, all the ladies on the live, and gentlemen as well. Mrs. James wasn't there when Natty was on the live. So ladies, when you have issues, relationship issues, don't ask a girlfriend who ain't married or haven't been in a relationship for 10 years yet. Yeah, they listen to what people who have been in relationships for very long periods, that is decades. Almost 3 decades there. 2 and 3/4 decades. Yeah, so communication. What I would say about the communication is that it ticklish when coming to, I know, men and women. Because, think about this, you're having a little bedroom issue, right? And to bring that up, no, it ticklish. What you think? I mean, in the earlier WhatsApp, let me know, because to bring it across,
yeah, I think you have to know the person and you have to know how it is. You communicate that because, as we said, there are different forms of communication.
You can text it.
No, I don't think so.
I am thinking, a young lady, guys, we have an ego.
That will definitely bruise a guy's ego.
I think a guy now, a lady say, we have to talk, and we talking, and I say, well, I'm having a little problem. I do anyhow she put it, I feel like.
Okay, so remember last night we were speaking about medical issues.
Yeah, we talk about that.
Right. So as we say medical issues, depending on the situation, if it is recognized that
I feel it, I feel it. But it be communicate. Listen,
no, if it is recognized,
there are things that you cannot get away from in really. Like if you had to bring up something and it wouldn't be, you had to bring it up. Because then it wouldn't have no solving then.
Well, it wouldn't have any solving.
So I say, bring it up nicely.
Yes.
And then,
So we have Mrs. James is saying, choose the right time.
Right. But it could be a little bumpy. But get it out there and maybe, they might get a little peeve. And then as time go by, you work it out.
Yeah, and I mean, if there's a medical issue, you could say, hey, how about we go for a checkup by the doctor together? Let us just see. It could be a medical issue. You go and do a checkup together. If it is the man is not getting an erection, you go and do a checkup.
Don't fall in a regular medical.
I know, but if it says they go, they do. Let us do a holistic. Something holistic.
She can try to ease it.
No, I'm not trying.
To me, better you're like, all right, we having a problem in the bedroom. Let me talk about it. And maybe if you say maybe it's you like put it in a way that you're not putting it on the other person. Like if it's a guy, you could say, am I not doing something that pleasing you so that it might be a little more absorbable? But it would have a little tickle, especially the bedroom. Women too.
All right. Right. So we are getting voice notes on the WhatsApp, right?
That's good.
So we on the message board we are saying choose the right time and choose the right words.
For real, you have to source them words, boy. I could see a man tripping all the way off.
All right. Message on the WhatsApp.
Here we go.
Good night, this is Nikki and you are watching Real Talk Live.
Papa, yo.
Now, honestly, I think women can horn better, but men horn more.
Okay.
But anyway, women will quicker get through faster with the horning because a man can really horn that good as some women do.
Oh,
Because women have something called intuition, and for some reason they pick up that something is wrong or something is off with how the man move, his body language. She may not be getting sex as how she used to, so it's obviously that he might have been getting it somewhere else. Whereas for a woman now, she can get it half an hour and go and come back after and get half an hour again, and you may never know. So I believe that women can horn better. They are better hiding stuff.
oh, Papa, yo. Big up, yo, Nikki. What's up, man? So, Nikki, we have Canada on the live. Big up, Gail, Ghanai's fit chick from Canada. We have Canada on the live. We have England on the live.
Yes. And we have some more.
And we have
WhatsApp
Tobago
messages.
on the live as well. We have Candy Can on the live from Tobago. Big up.
Right.
Tobago, Canada, England, Trinidad.
And Tobago.
And Tobago.
I'll be here and you're watching Real Talk Live. I agree with Senali because there are men that have multiple families out there, and the main one, whoever the main one is, don't have a clue due to him working, traveling and stuff. And well, due to the lockdown, a lot of secrets has come out. So it's not necessarily, men better or women better. We both have, our fair share in this. But there are men that have families out there, and the women don't have a clue.
Yeah, they don't want
I'll be here and you're watching Real Talk
The
Live.
next one comes.
Now, I'm not going to say that Lion is a relationship guru or anything, but he does make sense in most of the things he's saying. For example, just the beginning of this week here, I overheard, due to gossip, women gossiping, that a relationship was going on for a good few years, and this woman found a new friend, and this friend had a troubling relationship. And due to this woman starting to have little difficulties in her, she confided in this friend, and now the whole relationship is mashed up. It's going haywire. And I think it's because, like Lion said, the woman go to this friend, and this friend relationship is upside down, and now hers is upside down. So I agree with most of the stuff Lion is saying. You go, boy.
Big up yourself, Abby from England. Much love. And I just try to be practical as much as we can, and the points of view from different people. We have Mrs. James, who has a very long relationship. We have people in and out of relationship. It's a different coming together of different types of people, different beliefs, different mentalities.
Yeah.
So we try to,
Yes.
Yes, and she waiting with the WhatsApp.
Waiting with it.
Big up Terror on the live. How it was this morning. Terror was in the aerobics. Big up yourself. Why?
Yes.
Good night, guys. You're watching Real Talk Live. I agree. It is ticklish, Big Brother, but the thing about it is, at least 95% of the time, you would find women, and vice versa, women especially would not come to their man and say, hey, babe, I'm having a problem here or having a problem there. You would find they would intend, if we go to them for intimacy, when it comes down to that, some of them would hold it. They would say, I ain't in the mood tonight, constantly you need to pay attention to that as a man. And ladies, literally, don't be afraid to actually tell your partner, because that is the very same thing, right? If you don't tell him, somebody else will. If you don't fix him, somebody else will. And at the end of the day, you don't want the outside woman reaping the benefits that you're supposed to reap. So again, pay attention to it. It wouldn't hurt you to tell a guy something.
And Nimela, big up yourself. And it kind of holds to the question. When a guy has an issue about, let me say, the bedroom, now we trying to be open. If we want to be, as we say, communication, the lines of communication must be open. We take that as a fact. But it is be interesting, like people, we just been in relationships, and only when there's an argument, you hear of the inadequacies of the male in the bedroom. You know, and I think now, if you really wanted betterment with the guy, some women kind of go the way of, when we angry, that is when like truths just come out. Like I had this girl who was calling you. Any little thing that was bothering, was, instead of taking time to sit down and talk about things that was bothering the relationship, Tero, use the WhatsApp button.
All right. So to the message board, we see that Mrs. Jim said that's why it's good to be open and honest from the start. And Nikki, she's saying that I'm not speaking on experience, but I know people who did just to be clear.
Nikki.
She's putting it out there. It wasn't her.
You,
it was other people. Right? Terrence saying nice, and we have Mrs. James saying so true, Andy.
Alright, so again, you need to say, and say in a good way, choose the right words. And ladies, don't wait till when it have an argument. To me, I see it as an attack. Right? It is an attack, because if we disagree on something and we having a disagreement, and all of a sudden the inadequacies in the bedroom comes up as come like you're attacking me now.
Yeah.
It wasn't good, so we need to be careful.
Yeah.
And if it's, ladies asking for better relationship. This is what I'm hearing, right?
Yeah.
Across the board, this is me. We asking for better relationships, so we need to sow better seeds.
Yeah.
Point number 1 for the guys.
Right. Not reach. And why the horn?
Why the guys horn? We have a point form, so fellas, stand up, send your heart, send your WhatsApp. Chica, take it away.
We have immaturity.
Right.
So it have some guys who, young men, right? They are now, getting out there.
So in the wild oats, man.
Right? And they, they want to sample and they want to try out everything.
I stayed quiet here.
And they are not yet ready to, commit, as the saying goes. They're not ready to settle down. Yes, we have...
Settle down, interesting. Let's not use words.
Immaturity, right?
So let me touch on immaturity. Should we, or you want to just...
Well, no, if
looks like you want to breathe out, so continue.
No, but you wanted to say something.
Move along.
You wanted to say something.
No, because, we must give people the opportunity to dissect the thing. If we're saying guys being unfaithful because we are immature, if we get to the root, it might help a sister.
Why does they are immature?
You know what I mean? It might help, because the reason is why. I always ask why. If you see any strange behaviors, women, men, in your children, and Chica works with a lot of young people, sometimes we be a little harsh on the young people with certain things, and we don't ask why with the particular behavior to get to the root. My boys on the basketball team, I always ask why for certain things when they do real craziness, because it lets you get to the root of the problem, as opposed to scolding or putting a band-aid on the issue, or saying, all right, this one wrong, this one right, and we get to the root.
Yes, yes, yes.
And it have a lot of big men who are immature. So again, you see the reality. So Chika say when you're young.
Right, just immature. I just was
Yeah,
giving
so but
examples.
immaturity have nothing to do with the age.
Yeah.
So with that saying, it's good that we dissect it
yeah.
before we just skip, right? What is maturity? You know what I mean? I think that we kind of put our lives in black and white too much. We talked about yesterday being playful to help with
With the foreplay.
you see, I am very jovial and I ready to I just be like a child sometimes. And in reality, we try to box our energy into this black and white thing. So you might see somebody behaving a certain way and say it's immature. Try and get the why. Try and get the why. And I think this is what we're doing. We have the listings, we're hearing people's view, and we asking why. I would say the guy, if he's running wild, being a guy, is that I wouldn't say he ain't ready. Is that's where he's at.
That's where he's at.
And with guys, it is very simple. Women have a little more in you, but we guys it's very simple to get our behaviors without using a whole sentence. 2 words and you don't cipher we out already, right? So if he is moving from woman to woman sporadically, you're talking about sporadic, I ain't talking about, I'm talking wild behavior. That's where he's at. Simple, yeah? Moving along.
All right. Point number 2. There are co-occurring issues, such as alcoholism. Some persons are alcoholics, they may be drug addicts.
Which the guys are substance abuse.
Co-occurring issues, that's the reason for some of them holding. So they may always be at the bar.
She can say some of them.
He will have to say some, not all.
In the WhatsApp section, feel free.
Some may have co-occurring issues.
Feel free, ladies and gents, to put in your WhatsApp section, right? Why do you think men horn? Let's get that out there. Let's get people talking a bit. And we have another WhatsApp coming in, when she can ring it up. In the WhatsApp section, ladies and gents, tell us, why do you think guys presently horn?
Yes.
Right? Why do you think guys horn? Yes?
All right. Now we have you're pleased to remember voice notes. We're going to expect this from the older heads.
Well, I understand why your break said let the gun go off.
Right? It's a little longer than the time specified.
Yeah, man. Let me get the thing going, man.
This topic is so very interesting and dear to my heart, because I always say, a lot of people come out of good relationships because they can't communicate. Because you can't suggest, right, that, okay, my partner isn't doing something that's fulfilling me, and you could just see a man out there and will be certainly, or a woman out there, and be certainly sure that that person is better than your marriage partner.
That's correct.
Or your partner, right? So if your partner lacking something, you have to fix it. You have to ensure we want to move together. We want this relationship to last. Once you decide you really want this relationship to last, come what may, you choose the right time, babes. I realizing something, something is adding up,
Preach.
You understand? Is it me? Because sometimes it could be you too. Am I a turn off?
Yes.
Is it me who is the reason? Am I the reason for you not functioning as effectively? I mean, I reached that stage yet, but all these questions can be asked in a nice way. Don't put the blame and say, but I find it this. No.
Yes,
You say it nice. You ask if it's you are the fault. You understand? And you work with it from there, because I don't really want to horn you, because I love you. You are my partner for life. So I do it all that it takes that this should work. And even if I have some problem, or that you find that I have a problem,
Yes.
you could talk to me too, because a relationship must be open. Open about everything. Sometimes it might be just a bad day at work. How was your day? You understand? You realize something bothering that person, because if something bothering your partner in their mind, they can't function effectively too. So it may not be something medical. So you have to ask, how was your day?
Listening.
You understand? You tune on a nice music, you
Papa,
sing
yeah.
it, you laugh together, you say, let me go out if you have money, you go in the backyard, you watch a little thing, the mosquitoes sting all day a little bit and laugh at it. Remember the long time days, who had long time days. So you must make it work. You are watching I burn team here live. I don't know if I say it right, but I'm enjoying this program.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, from the book of Mrs. James, chapter 1, verse 2, communication. Lord Jesus. Mom's a preach. It holds true. You know, the elders need a little time to explain themselves. You can't put them in the box at the same time. But it holds true that you not guaranteed that John Doe or Jane Doe go in and fulfill the need that Harry or Paula wasn't fulfilling. You're still gambling.
Exactly.
It's still a gamble. You're gambling on, all right, let me see if.
And the next thing is they may actually give you what it is you want at that specific point in time, but it may not last as long as you hope to.
Message board and then the WhatsApp section.
I said any WhatsApp.
Oh, cool. Well, you're hot tonight, boy.
Guys, you're watching Real Talk Live. I know this one you all ladies might want to kill me, but that's alright. I'm standing for it. At the end of the day, some of you ladies count it a sense of achievement when you all attack a man's manhood. Because literally, if you really want to see a man, if you really want to see a giant crumble, just attack his manhood. And most ladies who are not physically, I would say, I shouldn't use the word physically, but physically and mentally ready for a relationship, in particular those who have self-esteem issues and otherwise, would always find a sense of achievement when they attack a man's manhood, which is really not good at all. If you really want to see a giant crumble, attack his manhood.
Big up yourself, Andy, and it valid. It is valid. And she can run through the comment section before I start.
Yes. So on the message board, we have Abby saying, men too greedy.
Yes, Gil.
And Nikki responded saying, yes, the eye too long.
Oh, well, let me do it. Well, you see, I'm being nice, chicks. When they find out being nice in this dance hall, boy, I was being a good boy. And
Yes, continue being a good boy.
Right?
Yes.
Being a male. You know, being a male. I always tell females that Andy spoke about attacking the manhood. But I would say, I would go a step further and talk about emasculation. Ladies, if the guy that you're presently with or you're starting something up, you know, you're getting in, you know, we just talk getting in, we get all the way in, but you're starting up something with that guy. The day you emasculate him is the day you're losing. Do not. Remember, men like to, if you are a queen, then he's a king. And when the queen emasculates the king, she take off his crown. Right? So, wherever you're at in your relationship, but nobody perfect, I'm not totally not perfect, right? But when you're trying to keep a guy around you and you like the guy and you're trying to get something substantial, don't emasculate him. We're not wired to take that. Women have a better hold on their emotions. They have a better understanding of their emotions. I said that before. So, pay close attention to not emasculating the man. I know sometimes we might get underneath all his skin and trip all you off. But if you want that guy around you, don't emasculate him. If you don't care if he leave, well, do as you please, right? But in going through why the genders horn, we know who does it better, of course. The ones who multitask, okay? Systematic people don't multitask well unless we learn to multitask. And we don't do it as well as people wired to multitask, right? So we get that out of the way. But in the end, the person you're trying to keep around, the relationship you're trying to keep, you went through the ladies listing. So for all those who now coming on, feel free to use the WhatsApp section. And the topic is, who does it better, man?
Yes.
Cheeks. Yeah? And Andy, yes, is a very, very important point. So if you want him to feel more manly, you know, you stroke that ego.
All right.
Message board.
Message board. So we see that Nikita has to step out. I know where you're going. And Nika saying, I know of one person. They did this to a friend of mine. Embarrassment. I hate that. And Andy saying we good at that. Figure that, Andy?
Aye. Chica, I want to know what we good at, boy. So we're going to move on to the other points of why men horn in the WhatsApp section. If you're now joining us, feel free to place why do you think women horn? Why do you think men horn? Yeah?
Yeah.
Points
And
of
we
view.
were speaking about the coexisting issues. And
Right.
I was saying that,
we stopped on that. Alcoholism.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, because, I mean, if it's
I
the
think
same
it have
also-
some guys that horn with the bottle before the woman. I just being real. You know? It have guys. The horn is not even a woman, you know. The horn is the rum shop now.
Yeah.
Before even a woman even come into the picture, right? Guys, when they don't know how to understand or come to grips with their emotions, so they always need a crutch. Sometimes the woman is the crutch, the outside woman, or the substance abuse. So substance abuse is used by men when the situation comes upon us.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Or it could be another situation as well.
Yeah, so substance abuse does play
Yeah.
a part in the breakdown of the relationship. Moving forward.
Yes. Insecurity.
Number one. Number
You
one.
don't want number one.
Number one. Listen. Being a man. We do. The Hunters Association allowed me certain bylaws in which to divulge certain information from the guys club. Yeah? And we have a WhatsApp coming in. So should we do the WhatsApp or should I continue to rant? When Chica ringing up the WhatsApp, I'll continue to rant. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we have a lot of insecure men in this place.
Right. And we seen on the message board, Mrs. James is saying some men horn if their wife is not welcoming. And we're going to head to the WhatsApp.
Abby here, and you're watching Real Talk Live.
Do I drop for like that?
I'm not too sure why a man will horn, because my experiences, I mean, I think or I've thought that I've been doing a good job, you know, doing everything, you know, come from work, a beer day, you know, house slippers there, foods cook and whatnot, and
Papa, you fellas are
I don't know, it's just there are times that you don't want to or leave me alone or are tired and give me a break, and that's when things start to break down. So I don't see why it is a man would have like a proper relationship when they
Right.
think about it realistically, and they know they have a good woman,
I'll deal with that.
but they will still go out there and do this stuff, and it's unfair on us women, and we are the ones who get hurt badly.
We'll deal with that. I have spoken about us as men. So I heard this scenario play out, you know, coming from work, bedroom slippers out. Terror, hear this? Food cook, where are we living, man? Are you hearing this? Anyway, it sounds, right. She set the mood, she set the tone. Now, men of a certain age, fellas, even as young now as like 25, 26, guys of a certain age, we need to check our testosterone. Abby, sometimes when what you describe is a hormone, we have hormonal problems. Maybe the guys of a certain age, maybe he's in his 40, but it starts at as young as 25, 27 right now because we're not taking care of ourselves. Guys, fellas, we're not taking care of ourselves, right? And that is the kind of demeanor that guy will have. He will be depressed and being real, nothing happen. So ladies, we had to get a little more in depth with the men, especially if their life is good, but you're seeing signs of depression, you're seeing he not, frisky, you're seeing he tired, you see tiredness. You had to look at that. And we are suffering, we as males are suffering from low testosterone. So the woman could be the best, and this is hard. As you say, it's unfair.
Yeah.
But it's the same way like when a woman is going through hormone. We don't understand? A man is a human being, We have to be understanding when a woman is going through that monthly cycle and all your hormones out of whack. Every month you gotta go through it. When women are pregnant, that hormone out of whack. And we are understanding because we realize it's a deeper issue. Yes? So Abby, when looking at this type of behavior, it could be hormonal, and if he's of a certain age, he would need to check his serum testosterone. Go to the doctor and let him check it out. And you know what? If he needs testosterone, it could be prescribed to him, and you will not believe, night and day. Night and day, if his hormones is the problem, night and day the man will be he will walk out of that doctor's office and come back home a totally different man. Just like always go mad when all the hormones wild. Message board.
Message board. We have Mr. James saying, some men just have long eyes.
Oh Lord.
They are never satisfied.
Oh yes.
I'm seeing that Terran is saying every word. I don't know what that part is for. And Nika's saying, I think it was for Abby, with the food and the bedroom slippers,
Yeah, boy, boy, we look into that trip to
And
England.
Nika is saying she missed it again. I don't know what she missed. Right, so we are going to the WhatsApp.
Amen. Well, they utilize it.
Night, guys, you're watching Real Talk Live. Big brother, I agree with you 100%. You see, the thing about it is, as men, we were taught not to be emotional, right? We were taught to don't cry, right? So, in the interim, you would always find a man. If you look at a rum shop or a bar, personally, you would find the majority of the persons that are liming there are men, and it's because we are always looking for avenues to mask our feelings, right? And alcohol helps us to do that. But the thing about it is, some of us get so hooked on it from the first time that we don't really realize the damages that is taking place. Firstly, physically, mentally, and the hold that it has on our families and friends and loved ones also, right? And that's because alcohol actually suppresses your emotions.
Yeah, the inhibitions is altered by ethanol. I don't want to get all sciencey anything. Ethanol is the poison, and it interferes with a lot of signalings in the. I ain't get it. Right. So.
Message board.
Message board.
Mrs. James wants to know, but how they horning and they tired?
Yeah.
That's a
So we
very
had
valid
one.
question.
We had some of the ladies and all saying we eye long. Yes. We have to understand that there are different types of people in this world, right? And not that's what it is, right? We have a society. You are the sum total of your 5 closest friends. So let's say you're in a guy group, we're in a team, in a guy group, and the majority of the guys think a particular way. All of us who have kids, you could utilize this. I have seen it change children so quickly, it ain't funny. Select the friends in the school and you will not believe the kind of performance you will see because you put the right friends around them. We are the subtotal of the closest 5 closest friends. Say in a guy group. If the guy group is about running a man, you could go in the group kind of level-headed, but after a while, there's a part of the brain that mimics behavior. So the longer you stay around persons, the more you mimic the behavior. So the peer groups have a lot to do with the way the guy is aimed, women too, right? So if the women's peer group, you have women's groups, right?
Yeah.
So if your women's peer group is women who like business, serious relationships, some married, some in partnerships for lengthy periods, you will find yourself.
Yes, having healthier relationships.
If you're lying on the block with them boy, if you're planting, you never plant tomatoes and you're planting ganja. You never grow food but you're planting. You understand what I mean? Wherever you put yourself, your peer groups kind of determine your behavior.
Yes.
So ladies, when you say, the man I too long, as I told Abby before, the circle you're swimming in, go outside that circle. So maybe the circle you're selecting your guys from, the guys have a circle.
Yeah.
And if the circle is about running woman, that is the circle your guy is going to be in. Now he may be a good fella, I'm not saying, I'm not judging, but he has to now change his circle. Change the circle and he would find, he would adapt and, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. If you want a serious relationship, speak to people who have been in relationships before, long term, and fighting, and they will tell you it's hard work, it's stress, it's this, it's that, it's compromise.
Yeah.
Right? So, and then I think Mrs. James said he tired of it.
So how he wondering if he tired?
Right, so for a guy to be tired and horning, it could be based on what? Excitement. Right, so I am a man, I will tell you, if I dead tired, I just telling you, if it's that man and he gone, he tired, and he had energy. I was told in our aerobic session, the ladies said in our aerobic session, when we're doing strength training after, is a different energy from when they're whining. They say whining is a different energy.
It is a different energy.
Exactly, so that's my point right there. My point is, if it excites him, it is going to give him energy.
Right. Vice versa.
So you could be dead tired and the right excitement come your way. Yes, moving on.
We have a voice note and we will speak about the insecurities after.
Good night, guys. You're watching Real Talk Live.
These are all one people.
Ladies, you all say our eyes long, but did you ever think about it and realize that, you know what, you all created that? Because before in the earlys, you all doing any and everything to keep us, right? If it means that you had to walk with a mop stick and all, you're doing that to keep us. But suddenly when you all have us now, you all say, I have him now, so you all stop doing the things that you used to do, right? Again, two things. Men are turned on by sight, right? And Big Brother Andy raised a pretty interesting topic a few weeks ago how to keep your man. The thing about it is you ladies forget how to keep us because you know why? The things you used to do to keep us, you don't do it no more. So that's why our eyes become long and you all blame us because you all say we eyes too long. Well, not even thinking about, you know what, you creating your own problems. So don't blame us for it when it happens. You create it, find a solution to it.
Big up on the front line.
And I think that is vice versa because a lot of persons, they start off doing the dressing nice. As they're looking sexy, as he said.
You saying the fellas too?
Yeah, even the fellas too.
If
They
your
well
body is
groomed.
sexy, I don't think you can dress sexy.
Well, remember everybody have
What?
the type of people that they are attracted to. Some people like what they call the, I think it's the BBM. Right?
Well, let me know him go down that rabbit hole.
And no, I'm just saying,
Right.
And it have what persons are attracted to.
Nice.
And if it is used to dress a particular way or keep their body in a particular way,
Right.
you know, they would have been, you know, exciting. They're trying out all different things and making sure to be spontaneous.
Right.
Because a lot of persons spoke about the spontaneity
Women.
and adventure.
Woman.
Right? If it is woman, you were doing it in the beginning.
Do it.
Don't stop. If it is your dress
Chicks.
nice.
So let me defend the
don't
women.
stop.
Let me defend the women tonight and defend the men at the same time. I'm playing double shield, devil's advocate.
Double shield.
Double shield, we defending both sides. We defending the two sides. When time passes in a relationship, complexity always sets in, you know. When something is new, everything new, you know, even if it because new. It new. If you used to wear white pants, and I only see white pants once, and I wear the white pants 6 days after we know our relationship, everything is new when something is now starting. Complacent. You get complacent when time passes. Then it takes work. Right? I would say to the two sides who getting hot right now, right, is that your value. You as the individual, whether you be man or woman, what is your value to the individual? Because this is why I can't tell you here. I could be boring as hell. If I valuable, I do nothing.
Okay, well,
Because
so
not all, because
not
listen,
everybody will be
not
able to.
all the time we would
Yeah.
be able to do all the
Yeah.
pretty things.
Yeah.
Not all the time.
Not all the time.
You know, all the time. It at times both people are tired. It have times.
Yeah, that's reality. You
It have
work
times you
long.
can't go for 5 hours. You might go for half an hour because maybe the gentleman or lady had to get up 3 o'clock to go to work, or you have kids running around the place. Remember, the time and the timing is not always right. But what I would say is that we should strive to add value to each other.
Yeah.
So when the times of adversity, you see, because we only building ourselves upon sand. If we were to build the foundations of the relationships on these things, it wouldn't stand up because these things subject to change. These things subject to change. It would change eventually in time. So the foundation in a relationship, the foundation of anything, how valuable is this person being in my life? Long time, you know, when you was going to school, you used to be careful without your game. You know what I mean? Back in the days, fellas, you know, that we had our one line, baby, we can't live without you. It was a nice line, it was a good one line, and it get the job done. But it holding true because can you picture your life without that person? Forget all the mistake he make or she. Forget your right if he neglect you. You know, he didn't, you know, he didn't do all these things we listed is subject to cheat. At some point in your life, the guy or the girl is going to do one out of these things. We not factoring in that, you know. Can you? Is this person valuable enough that even though they neglect you last week,
Yeah.
even though they give you a little bad wrongs, I mean, they give you bad wrongs all the time, They maybe was a little tired and you didn't get the zest, as we just say. You didn't get the best zest we are accustomed. Which man could just get best zest every day? I mean, we're not being real.
Yes, so that was a point. You have some unrealistic.
Yeah. So I would say, look at the person or put the person in your mind and then picture your life without that person. Does the value of that person, is that person so valuable? Even though they neglect you and they do this and they make this mistake and they do that and they didn't do this and they didn't hear and they didn't get the best wine and they didn't do this and they didn't do that and we still talking about the things people don't do. Can you see your life without that person? And I think the value of the person, whether it be man or woman, the value, because not all the time you're going and be so intertwined with all these things we listing. They're real. Message board on the ground.
Message board. So we have Mrs. James saying, so the wife don't excite him no more. The outside woman do everything he wants because she's there just for the excitement. If she decides to keep him, he will see the same thing.
So again, remember we did speak about well, if you're tired, would you? I mean, yeah, because it's just excitement, right? But if you were to put the same outside woman or whoever, and the woman or whoever present, and then weigh the value, that is the key. Listen, women, this is the key here, right? If you guys want to be in a guy's life, you must be valuable enough that he cannot picture his life without you in it. As the Hunters Association, I gave something that I wasn't supposed to give, but as it's burn team. So ladies, there's the magic bullet. Are you looking for it? Are you ready for it? The more valuable you are to that man, it's the less likely he can leave you alone. We could stop it. I said it, right? Yeah, I said it. Where's the topic for you next week? You'll talk, Chica.
So all of a sudden, I said, we're not going through.
I said it.
So I am saying that is a day that's good of all the negative things.
Yes.
And why and
let us not go down. So we have highlighted, and I think it could be male or female on the things we highlighted.
Yeah.
Right? Let us not focus anymore on the negative connotations.
Yes, we have Mrs. J saying that she knows that she is valuable.
So ladies who have questions in their mind about guys and this thing called horning and the who doing it better, your value will be determined if you're still there. You could be the best exciter. You could be the best cook. You know what I mean? Yeah. The best, and in your mind you think he's the best, huh? You had to ask yourself, am I the best in his mind? That is the problem with ladies and the bridge that you're not understanding. You all ladies say that you all are the best. That is your view of yourself. You have to find out if you is the best in the guy mind. Yeah?
You have a voice note.
Voice note time, people.
Hey guys, you're watching Real Talk Live.
Yeah, man.
I agree with you, big brother. You see, when you have something valuable, you cherish it, right? And it's really and truly above everything that goes on in a relationship. When you have someone that adds value to your life, right? Because everything about being intimate changes as you grow older. But one of the things that never changes is value. Because again, for example, if you take a $5 and you crush it up and you walk on it and you do all sorts of things with it, it still has its value. So it's the same thing with human beings, right? Once someone adds value to your life, you will cherish that person.
And that is the underlying issue. So, we had 2 suggestions this morning in our aerobic session for the next Real Talk. Shanaka said,
What's your favorite position?
Shanaka said, what's your favorite position? And Giselle said, in-laws. So I think we're going to do in-laws tomorrow. In-laws from hell.
So why can't we good in-laws? We're not talking about, we're not going on the negative part.
So we're gonna discuss in-laws tomorrow. Is the next Real Talk Extra. We're gonna do in-laws. Where does it fit? Where does it fall? Where does it end up? What you guys think about it?
In-laws. Do you have a good
in-law or bad in-law? Yes.
Right, and on the message board we have Mrs. James saying, it goes both ways. If we value ourselves, others will value you.
Back to the far. Right, so right, so people, before we leave, we want to add to this who does it better. We want to say that in order for you to be in someone's life for a period of time that is not a month, you need to add value to the person. Now, I could value myself, but you see, when you want to add value to a person, you now need to get to know, all right, what this person needs, what this person needs help in, what this person wants, what are their dreams. So I could say that I value myself, and then no, it doesn't work that way. When coming to certain types of relationships, I have to seek the partner's interests. I have to now say, hey, my partner falling short in this area. What can I do to help? What can I do to bring my partner from A to B to C? She have a goal, she have a dream. He has goals, he has dreams. What can we do now to make this a reality? What can we do? That is adding value, because value is now removing self.
Yeah.
Value is removing self and putting the person. So is your boy liar?
And a girl trick or treat.
The next Real Talk Extra is
about in-laws.
In-laws. What's the trouble? All we go on. We get 2 hours later.